Down to Andrews. Gets it down court. The shot is up. Yes! And Westdale, you're greatly appreciated. Baker here for three. Knocks off pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball. Center field. That's going to be off. Pretty good season. That's a high fly ball deep there in the left field. And it's going to be gone! Paul P. Dan Fisher. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Here with Wapahani Lady Raider Volleyball coming your way here this evening from Delta High School in Muncie, Indiana. Your 2-2 Wapahani Raiders will take on the 0-0 Delta Eagles here tonight. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We want to welcome you all to Lady Raider Volleyball here tonight, and thank you for spending your Tuesday night here with us. As we'll get right into things here with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by East Jackson Auto Sales, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. So obviously you see there, Wapahani's already played 4 games this year. They started their season on Saturday. They played in the Crown Point Invitational against some really top-tier teams. They played against Cathedral. Unfortunately, Cathedral took that one in 3 sets. It's best 2 out of 3, so they went 3 sets that one. They're against Cathedral there on Saturday morning. And then they defeated Lake Central and Eliana Christian. Both of those victories were in straight sets. And then the final game of the day was against Brownsburg, in which they were defeated by Brownsburg later on that day. So 4 games in one day. It's a lot of gameplay, a lot of time. And so, these ladies really, for the most part, at least from talking to head coach Katie Weir, played rather well. She was, for the most part, pretty happy with the way they played, and hopefully that will then feed into tonight's ball game, continuing to build each and every single night. And you got to start again here with another road game this evening against a rival such as the Delta Eagles. So we'll see what we're going to be in store for. But, when you look at these two teams, through the years, they've had, very, very good volleyball programs. Now, Delta, a little bit down last year, just from a record standpoint. They were 7-19, but they're playing against top-tier opponents. So they really stuff their schedule full of opponents that are, well, not only from a conference standpoint, but just overall, they're playing teams that are tougher and better. And so, it's only going to help them out in the long run. And unfortunately, like I said, their record kind of suffered, in the wake of all that. So nonetheless, that same team returning this year, but that same team also now another year experienced. This is going to be a tough ball game. These ladies are going to be out here ready to play, especially being on their home floor. They're ready to go. Not to mention the fact it's their first game of the season. So there's a lot that goes into this other than just, looking at what happened last year. What happened last year is in the rearview mirror. You've got to look at the present time and be ready to go from start to finish. Which, speaking of which, just some keys that I really want to point out here from Wapahani's standpoint that we really need to look at throughout the ball game here. So number one, again, as I mentioned, build off the success that they had on Saturday. Sure, are there miscues that happen? Absolutely. Were there also some good things that happen? Absolutely. You can take the good or the bad every single ball game. You learn from some of the bad things you did, and then build off the good things you did. Build off of your strengths, and then continue to work on your weaknesses, and hopefully turn those into strengths as the season goes along right here. But you've got to bring the intensity, you've got to bring the enthusiasm from start to finish. Number two, keep the ball in play. Whether it be serving or even when they're on attack, you've got to find a level of consistency in being able to keep the ball in play to where it's going to force Delta's defense to play. You've got to keep them on their toes. One of the biggest names of the game right there for any opponent is to keep the opposition off balance to where, you're not able to be read easily, knowing exactly what's going to happen at all times. You've got to keep teams, like I said, on their toes. Number 3 is communication. You start here in the regular season, it's early. These ladies are still, for the most part, most of them have played the same as far as together throughout the course of the years. But, you still do have some new faces. And with that, comes a little bit of time that it takes to get familiar with one another on the court. So communication extremely viable, not only tonight but every night. And then lastly, have fun and get better. Today is a brand new day, a new opportunity. You've got to get better individually, but more importantly, you've got to get better as a team. So you got to take advantage of this time right here, grow together, and hopefully come together as a collective unit and get the W here tonight on the road here against a good Delta team that's ready to get this 2022 campaign underway here tonight. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a quick break. Again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame show presented by East Jackson Auto Sales. Following the break, again, we'll have tonight's national anthem and then tonight's lineups. That and more coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here as we take a look here at tonight's rosters here for both teams. First and foremost, for your visiting team, your Wapahani Raiders. So we'll start off here with number 1, Lauren Rich, number 2, Reese Baker, number 3, Anne-Marie Gibson, number 4, Emily Luce, number 5, Briley Felton, number 6, Sophia Beeson, number 7, Chloe Cook, number 8, Shannon Ray, number 9, Anna Buck, number 10, Caroline Hunzinger, number 11, Macy Bowden, number 12, Cameron Wise, and number 13, Bailey Carpenter. Again, your Lady Raiders, coached by Katie Weir, assisted by Paige Williamson, as well as Lindy Davis, Madison Gordon, Caitlin Riddle, and Amy Hardwick. So again, that is the roster for your 2022 Wapahani Lady Raiders. Now we'll take a look here at the roster for the Delta Eagles here tonight. Starting off here with number 1, Mallory Robbins, number 2, Braylon Fleck, number 3, Briley Tuttle, number 4, Mila Fink, number 5, Kendra Kiesling, number 6, Mabry Stebbins, number 7, Olivia Morris, number 8, Maddie Williams, number 9, Addie Philippe, number 10, Kamaya Murray, number 11, Lena Bowman, number 12, Emily Reno, number 13, Kate Manor, number 14, Maddie Grove, and number 15, Rowan Hines. Again, the Delta Lady Eagles are coached by Kylie Johnson, assisted by Josh Collins and Bailey Green. So again, that is tonight's starters here, folks. Again, we have tonight's, I believe, national anthem coming up here in just a moment. And then we'll get tonight's game underway again here from Delta High School in Muncie, Indiana. We'll be back with more right after this break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, welcome back here, folks. The hype in the building starting to really ramp up out here. Both student sections getting after it right now, as this game is just about to get underway again here from Delta High School here in Muncie, Indiana. Wapahani 2-2 taking on the 0-0 Delta Eagles here tonight. So again, Delta will get the first serve, and tonight's game is officially underway here at 7:40 p.m. Again, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Sit tight, relax, and enjoy a nice evening of Lady Raider volleyball here as Delta will take the first point here of the night. As that ball is hit out of bounds just off there to the right side, so a quick 1-0 lead here for the Lady Eagles. Back to serve here, number 9, Addie Philippi. Wise right there to receive it. Bowden right there to buck. And that was over the line right there. So under the net, call here on Delta. Point for Wapahani, tied here at 1. And in will come number 4. That is Emily Luce, freshman, coming in here, going to be playing a very viable role here in this team with some back row players graduating from last year's team. Ashton Zickgraf, one of those, played a very important role, as Luce will serve that one out of bounds. Now a 2-1 lead here for Delta. And let's see who we got back to serve. That will be number 10, and that is Kamaya Murray. Handled there by Baker. Bowden on the Wise, and it's going to be deflected, but the point there for Wapahani. So the kill for Wise. Tied at 2. Cook there was back to serve just a moment ago. Shanked backwards. Nice save by Robbins. And a little free ball action. Bowden. Wise bringing the handle, but Robbins right there to get a hand in there on it. And tipped down in play, I believe. Let's see who that was. That was number 12, Emily Reno. So Mallory Robbins now back to serve here for the Lady Eagles. Handled by Felton, set on there to Wise. Yes! Wise with the kill. Speaking of which, some congratulations are in order there for Cameron Wise. Wise collected her career number 1,000th kill on Saturday afternoon. So again there, congratulations here to Cameron Wise. Big number right there as Bowden will serve that one out of bounds. So some early mistakes here from Wapahani. Again, 2 of Delta's 4 points have come off of service errors. And so I have Mila Fink back to serve here for the Eagles. A sophomore defensive specialist. Shanked backwards off of Beeson. And so again, I think, again, communication-wise, got to be a little bit better right there. You can kind of tell that not sure exactly who was going to take that ball. Somebody's got to be in command and go after that from the get-go. Maybe that miscue might not happen. Rich on the attack. Murray gets to it to set it up there to number 2. That was Braylon Flack. As that one sails outside the line. 5-4 Delta. And a buck will return to the floor here for Wapahani, and Cameron Wise will now be back to serve. Again, second year here for Kylie Johnson at the helm of Delta. Second or third year anyway. Again, Weir now in her 4th year. Handled by Wise. Bowden, quick set there to Buck, but once again up on the net, that was number 7, Olivia Morris. Soft touch there. Bowden will get to it. Baker on to Beeson. Nice dig right there that time from Fleck. Wise gets to it. Back to Beeson. Yes! Sophia Beeson. All over that one. Lands it in there for the kill, and it's now 6-5 Eagles. As Baker will now be back to serve. Again, Baker so far on the season in the first 4 games, 4 serving aces. Looking for number 5 right here. And instead it ends up in a serving error. So make that our 3rd service there already. And the first 7 points here for Delta. Got to limit mistakes like that. And now Morris gives another one right back to Wapahani. So let's see if your Lady Raiders can take advantage here. Briley Felton back in for Lauren Rich. And Felton will now be back to serve. Nice hustle by everybody, but the Raiders, unfortunately, were going the wrong direction. So a substitution here for the Eagles. We'll see number 12, Emily Reno, now in here for Delta. Wise receives it. Bowden sets it. Cook puts it down. Oh, heck yes. So Emily Luce will now sub back into the ball game and now be back to serve. 8-7 as the Raiders and the Eagles continue to go back and forth. Luce there with a dig. Bowden sets it back to Cook again. That time, I believe that was number 9, Philippi, that got to it in time to dig it out. And Cameron Wise with the old left hand. Just a little soft touch right on over the net. Puts it down nice and easy on the floor there for the kill. Tied now at 8. Nice serve there from Emily. And close to that sideline over there. So a couple of passing issues here from the Eagles right now, and Wapahani is taking advantage now with a 9-8 lead. And that was off the side of her hand to the right side and out of bounds. So another service error here for the Lady Raiders, now tied at 9. We'll have number 10, Kamaya Murray, back to serve. Handled by Wise. Bowden sets it back to Cameron. Unleashes on that one, and that is snuck into that back corner. Again, kind of looked around there for a second, waiting for the call. But Wise collects, and the Raiders lead it by 1. Goodness sakes. So another serving error from Wapahani. And again, that was one thing I talked about as far as the keys to the game. You got to keep the ball in play. Make the defense play. Keep them on their toes. So net violation there on Wapahani as Delta will retake the lead. And it's Mallory Robbins back to serve. Beeson received it there. Baker with a set right back to Beeson one more time. Robbins will chase it down. Murray gets it there to the back row. Nice hustle by that young lady. But Beeson to the left side, not able to sneak it inside the sideline. Came with some heavy force, I'll tell you that. Soaring through the air. Punched over by Reno. Luce will get time there for the dig. And Wise once again with the connection with her and Bowden will get point number 11. Lauren Rich back in the game for Briley Felton, and Macy Bowden will now be back to serve. Reno here from the right side, dug out by Luce. Bowden sets it for Rich. Kind of an awkward hit right there, but was able to get it done as a bad pass set right on top of the net. Beeson was able to execute on it and make him pay to tie this one up at 12. Back corner there off that serve. Reno on the attack. Bowden will dig it out. Baker back to Rich. Murray unable to handle it as Rich will collect her first kill tonight as Wapahani will retake the lead. Again, Wise there with the left hand. Another pass that was right on top of the net. Again, the Eagles can ill afford to have some mistakes like that, because you better believe Wapahani will make them pay. Shanked off to the right side. Robbins will get it over. There's Wise. Bowden right back to her, but blocked. I believe that was Reno with the block that time. And so back and forth we go. Here's number 11, Milo Fink, will return to the floor here for Delta. Baker with a setup to Wise on the right side. Murray will dig it out. Soft touch there. I believe that was Morris. Indeed it was. And Rich finds a way to land that one in for point number 15 as Anna Buck will now return to the floor for the Raiders. Cameron Wise will now be back to serve. Robbins there to receive that serve. Morris on the attack there. Nice dig from Baker. And Beeson again, they're on the left side. All right, set it up perfectly. Wise will hit that one off the side of her hand, and that will then hit the antenna. As it's now another 2-point lead here for the Lady Raiders. Braylon Fleck back to serve. Received by Wise, set left, Rich on the attack, dug out. And Fleck will hit that one straight into the net. To make this another 3-point Wapahani lead. We'll see Cook back into the Raider lineup. And Reese Baker back to serve. So Baker was able to get the pancake right there. But unfortunately, nobody was able to help her out thereafter. So the Eagles will have Olivia Morris now back to serve. And Rich will hit that one out of bounds. Got to give a lot of credit here to the Eagles. Really staying right there, and it's been, again, that back and forth throughout this entire first set so far. Cook will get to it. Baker tracks it down. There to Wise. And that's going to be a lift. Or rather two. Probably could have got her for either one. So Briley Felton now back to serve. Been subbing in just a moment ago there for Beeson. Pardon me, Lauren Rich. So again, the ace there from Felton. Again, coming into the night. She has 3. Those were in those first 4 games there on Saturday. Set up to Murray. Soft touch there. Buck right there, though, to send it right back down. And it's going to be a under the net violation here on Delta. And we're going to have a timeout now from the Eagles, 20-16. Wapahani on top here in set number 1 of the evening. We'll step aside here for a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this message from Dr. Care J. Wolf, DDSPC. All right, welcome back here, folks. Again, following the timeout here, Wapahani with a 20-16 lead here in set number 1. So it's going to be Briley Felton again back to serve, returning from the timeout. Nice diving action on that serve, ends up in another ace. He's already now had a couple of them here in just this round in rotation. Robbins there to receive that one. Set on to Murray. Felton will dig it out. Bowden with the left hand gets that over. Baker gets to it, and the Raiders will not get it over, though. You love the hustle from all three, Baker, Bowden, and Felton. Murray there on the attack. Wise will dig it out. Bowden there to Buck. You're going to have another quick reaction right there as Cook will sneak it inside the line. Cross-court hit. Knocks it in there beautifully now for another 5-point lead for the Raiders. And we'll see Emily Luce now back to serve. Handled there by Bowden on the Cook and into the net. So again, Murray back to serve. Handled by Felton. Bowden sets it to Wise. And again, outside the mark. No touch by Delta, they say. And so now a timeout here from head coach Weir and the Raiders. So again, we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this is our Next Home Elite Real Estate game break. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides a consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of his clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. So again, a 2-point lead for Wapahani, 22-20. We've got Kamaya Murray back to serve for Delta. Handled by Emily. Set up there to Wise. The left hand again. Just a beautiful soft touch. Oh, I love it. It's almost like a fade of some sort. I mean, it's just beautiful. Barely even touched, but enough to get it done. And to get the point there for Wapahani. Felton there with a set up to Beeson. Dug by Murray. Set right back to her. Punches that one across. Felton to the left side, back to Beeson one more time, and that should be 4 hits. Okay, no, rather they're saying that was touched by Delta. So this will be set point here for the Raiders. And Reno will hit that one out of bounds, and Wapahani will take the opening set here tonight, 25-20. So again, a couple hiccups along the way, but you still got the job done. Took a 1-0 lead here, and we'll head back into the locker room here for a little breather. And we'll head back out to set number 2 here in just a few minutes. So folks, stick around here with us, will you? Again, Wapahani here with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back here with set number 2 coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Again, we had some disruptions that we had to take care of, so that's why we just got back on here, so I apologize. But nonetheless, it's a 4-2, make that a 4-3 ball game right now. We've got Mallory Robbins back to serve. So a kill there for the Raiders. Make this a 5-3 ball game. Wise back to serve, and that's going to be right into the net now, making this a 5-4 ball game. We'll have number 4, Mila Fink, returning to the floor for the Eagles, and will drop back to serve. Bowden, a little mistiming there between her and Rich. Some mistiming in, maybe some miscommunication there as well. Bowden will set it up to the right side. That was Beeson. And again, some miscues passing-wise right there on behalf of Wapahani will give the Eagles point number 6. So Fink still back to serve here for Delta. Now a 2-point lead. Shanked off there to the right side, and that will be an ace for Fink. Received by Baker. Bowden on there to Wise. And Buck will be right there to block it, give the Raiders a much-needed point right there to get this Raider locomotive back up and going again. So we've got Reese Baker now back to serve. Down by a pair. Handled by Fink, set up there to Morris, dug out by Wise. Bowden, left side to Cook. Yes! So Cook bringing the hammer. As the deficit now dwindles to 1. Wise there, tipped across by Morris. Bowden, back set to Rich. Yes! Lauren Rich with the kill, and it's now 9-8. Briley Felton will now return to the floor. Skipped over the top of the net. Bad pass there from Delta. Let's see if the Raiders will make him pay, and they do so. Anna Buck will tie it up here at 9. Set to Morris. Baker unable to get to it in time. So back and forth we go. Now another 1-point lead for Delta. So tied at 10 now. Emily Luce will now return to the floor for Anna Buck. And Emily will now be back to serve. Baker, Bowden, Cook. Deflected there by number 5, Kendra Kiesling. Murray keeps it alive. Here we go, and look at that. Macy Bowden completely throws a change-up in there. So 11-10 Wapahani. And now a timeout here from Delta. So 11-10 will step aside, and we'll be back following this timeout here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back in following the timeout. 11-10 Wapahani here in set number 2 of the evening. We've got Emily Luce back to serve, returning from the timeout. And some miscommunication there by Delta will cost them one right there. That's why it's so important. You know, that was just what I was talking about earlier. If you guys caught that in the pregame show, extremely important, especially in a game of volleyball, to communicate. Just simply talking. You'd be a bit surprised in how difficult that truly is. Or at least how truly difficult that they make it. Wise floats that right into the back row, finds some open real estate. As Wapahani will now expand that lead out to 3. And so now a brief stoppage on the floor. Not sure what exactly the issue is. All right, so in the meantime, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks to East Jackson Auto Sales, located at 3100 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. Owned by Todd Clark and his family-ran dealership. They've been going strong since 1977 and is known for their honesty and quality pre-owned vehicles that will leave you driving home with a smile on your face. A nice vehicle you can rely on. Make sure to check them out on Facebook and contact them at 765-284-3472. So again, following the brief pause in the action here, we'll get back at it here with Wapahani ahead by 3. Now make that 4 after the ace from Emily Luce. Of a substitution now, number 3, Briley Tuttle will sub in for the Eagles. Murray will get it over for the Eagles right there. Bowden left side to Cook. Bring him the hammer. 15-10. Kill there from Murray. Wise soft touch there. Robbins able to get to it though. Free ball action. Bowden left side again to Cook, and they have no answer the last couple of times around. As Cook nails another one to the floor. So Chloe Cook now back to serve with the Raiders ahead by 5 here in set number 2. Robbins there to Murray. Again, you don't necessarily have to kill it. You just got to get over and down and play. That was another well-executed ball by Kamaya Murray. So number 6, Mabry Stebbins, will now return to the floor for Delta. Murray back there to serve, and that's going to be a service error right into the net. Gives the Raiders point number 17. As Lauren Rich will return to the floor, and Macy Bowden will now be back to serve. Robbins there, set to Reno. Dug out by Macy. Sophia on the attack. Murray will get to it in time. Back to Reno one more time. Met there by Wise. Baker. Bowden on to Rich. Yes! So the kill for Rich gives the Raiders their largest lead of the night. And that was just trumped by another heavy swing and completely tattooed that ball right there from Cameron Wise. Beeson there from the left side, met there by Reno, and then Wise a little overzealous right there. Hit that one well out of bounds there to the left side. So we'll have Mallory Robbins back to serve. 6-point advantage here for Wapahani. Nice hustle from Wise. As Luce will get that one over for the Raiders. Deflected up. Bowden back to Beeson. And blocked by Emily Reno. So Delta trying to mount a little momentum here. Let's see if the Raiders can have that come to a screeching halt right here, right now. Rich, Bowden, back set to Wise. Murray will get to it to dig it out. And again, some mistiming and communication will get the Raiders to point number 20 as Anna Buck will return to the floor for Emily Luce. And Cameron Wise will drop back to serve. Bad pass there from Wise, and Delta was able to make him pay for it. Mabry Stebbins had that ball set right on a silver platter right on top of that net and used that one to her advantage. And that one's going to head out of bounds. Service error. So another 5-point lead for Wapahani. We've got Reese Baker now back to serve. Crucial times here for Wapahani. Can't allow Delta to stay in this game right here and give them points just like that. So Stebbins will now be back to serve, down by 4. Skipped over the top of the net and down in there for an ace. So we'll have a timeout taken by Wapahani. Again, the Raiders now with a 3-point lead, 21-18, here towards the end of All right, so again, we continue to have some Wi-Fi issues. Keeps kicking us off, so again, we do apologize. out of hour, again, dealing with, it's really can't do much about, Wi-Fi issues, unfortunately. But all we can do is to try to hopefully stay on here. Hopefully it won't kick us back off again, and won't have to worry about it. But at this point, I probably wouldn't hold a breath. And that's an ace for Briley Felton. Very big point right there. Now gets the Raiders within 2 of finishing off this second set. And another ace for Briley Felton. Absolutely dealing the last couple right here. So now we have arrived here at set point, 24-18. Set up to Moore, soft touch right there. Wise will get to it. Baker with a set up to Cook. Oh, beautiful swing and a miss right there by Morris. At least on the dig right there as Cook ends it here for Wapahani in the second set as the Raiders take set number 2, 25-18, and now own a 2-set-to-none lead. So, folks, again, we'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back here with set number 3 coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. Set number 3 coming up here in just a few moments. Again, do want to thank everyone for tuning in here throughout the evening. Again, Brandon Morvilius right here with you, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, first broadcast of the year. Internet hasn't been too friendly with us. Neither is about anything else, but again, we do greatly appreciate Delta for giving us a great seat in the house tonight. Athletic Director Tillman Clark, top-notch guy, top-notch people over here, so greatly appreciative of them as Cook make Robbins wear one to start off set number 3 with a 1-0 lead. But again, we're going to be back at it next Tuesday for our first home game. We'll be at home against the Blue River Vikings, first MEC conference game of the season next Tuesday night. They're on August 23rd. Hope you all can tune in there for that one. Reno there on the attack, dug by Luce, set there to Wise. Putting the stamp on point number 2 here in the third set. So 2-1 there as we'll have Kamaya Murray back to serve here for the Eagles. Also now number 15, Rowan Hines, in for the Lady Eagles. Handled by Luce. Bowden set to Cook. A lot of force behind that swing. And ends up in a 3-1 Wapahani lead with Chloe Cook back to serve. Sophia Beeson now in for Wapahani. Handled by Hines. Set on there to Reno. And into the net we go there for Delta. Again, this is a set right here where, and it's no disrespect towards Delta, you've got to bury them. You've got them down, you keep them down and put them away. As Cook will serve that one out of bounds. I guess she didn't hear what I said. Nonetheless, 4-2. As Mallory Robbins will now be back to serve. Wise with a slide in the kill. 5-2. In comes Lauren Rich for Briley Felton, and now back to serve will be Macy Bowden. Again, if you are just now joining us here for the first time this evening, Wapahani here with a 2-0 lead, 25-20, 25-18. The first 2 sets of the night. So that will be served out of bounds there by number 4, Milo Fink. Handled there by Fink there off of that Wise serve. Left side to Beeson. Goes cross court. Dug out by Robbins. Murray there. Rich with the dig. And list of issues thereafter. So in comes Kate Manor. She'll now be back to serve for Delta. And that one will be served out of bounds as well. So back-to-back service errors from Delta. And again, right here, if you're Wapahani, you've got to utilize this. Start to build momentum here and hopefully establish a bigger lead. Set up to Murray. Deflected up in the air. Nice layout there from Wise. Rich. And then Anna Buck After the bad pass there from Fink, Buck able to execute the bad pass. It was set right on top of the net. As the Raiders now stretch that lead to 4. Morris from the right side, again blocked by Anna Buck. So the last couple of times around, it has been the Anna Buck show here as the Eagles will take a timeout. 9-4 lead, set number 3 here for Wapahani. Again, just a few reminders. Again, as I mentioned just a little bit ago, our next broadcast and next game here for Wapahani will be next Tuesday night at home as they will be taking on the Blue River Valley Vikings for an MEC conference matchup. Their JV start time, 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow. We hope you all tune in there for that. And then, let's see, we have Westdale next week. That will be next Thursday, the 25th, at Westdale. And then the annual Wapahani Invitational, then that same Saturday, August the 27th. That will be, I believe, a 9 a.m. start time, again, there from Raider Gymnasium. So that's the upcoming games here for Wapahani. Again, we will be broadcasting Tuesday night's game, but we will not be at Westdale. And then, obviously, we won't be broadcasting the Invitational just due to the whole setup with games going on both courts. So some passing issues continuing to mount here for Delta. As this third set, they have really fell apart here within these last 3 or 4 points. Set up to Murray here on the left side. Baker will get to it. Bowden will set it, and Rich puts that one down with some authority. And this is exactly what I was talking about. You know, now you're on a 4-0 run. Just got to keep the line moving. And that's blocked again by Anna Buck. Received there by Fink. Set to left side. Murray in attack mode. Nice dick from Baker. There comes Cook flying through the air, but was met there at the net. And a really nice job there by Rich and then Baker. Then you had Anna Buck again. There, the soft touch, getting it done as the Raiders keep on keeping on, building momentum, and now have established a nice 9-point lead. And a hit from Murray again will be off the antenna. So that's out of bounds now as the Raiders, for the first time this evening, take a double-digit lead. Nice job there by Wapahani. Not exactly easy to deal with right there. And they're going to say a net violation here on Wapahani. So back there to serve, Olivia Morris, received by Y, set to Buck. And again, the pass from Manor, not much to work with right there off of that pass. So now back to another double-digit lead. Buck there with a kill. And Briley Felton again just coming in moments ago, now back to serve, as that one's going to head straight into the net. So now serving be number 9, Addie Philippi. Baker, Bowden, Cook, yes! There. So we've got Emily Luce now back to serve. 16-6 Raiders here in set number 3. Baker with a set to Cook. Murray there to dig it out. Right back there to her off of the pass from Philippi. And Reno, the combination of her and Kendra Kiesling there to net. Get the block and the point, and it's 16-7. So we've got Murray now serving for the Eagles. Handled by Cook. Bowden will set it right back there to Wise, as we'll have a lift here on number 5, Kiesling. So getting a little bit of back and forth here the last few points. 4 or 5 points now. See there by Robbins, set up there. That was the Kiesling. Bowden now over to Beeson and blocked again by Reno. So we've got Mallory Robbins now serving. Wise, again a little misdirection right there. Hit it off the side of the hand. Was aimed left and hit right. And it worked out perfectly. Snuck it in that back line. Now as Macy Bowden will be back to serve. Substitution now, number 6, Mabry Stebbins back in for the Eagles. Received by Murray. Set up there to Stebbins, dug by Baker. Bowden, quick set to Wise. And I thought there was a touch right there, but guess not. So 19-9. Now is Mila Fink. Serve for Delta. Baker receives it. Bowden sets it. Rich gets it over there, and that's going to be misplayed by Fink as that one heads out of bounds. And so the Raiders just 5 points away from taking this one straight sets here tonight. But before then, we'll have a timeout here from Delta. And we'll go ahead and take a timeout of our own. 20-9. Wapahani in set number 3. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more right after this break. All righty, welcome back, folks. Again, following the timeout here. Again, 20-9, Wapahani make that 21-9 after the kill from Sophia Beeson. So the Raiders have really put it all together here in set number 3. Delta, again, unfortunately for them, has literally completely fell apart. Dug by Bowden. Baker will set it on up there to Beeson. Beeson, Baker now on to Rich. Nice job there by Rich. Again, quick reaction time to get to that one after the hit. And then Olivia Morris gets just enough. And it's enough to get to double digits now for Delta. So it's going to be Stebbins back to serve. Seen there by Wise, and some miscommunication there on behalf of the Raiders. Again, folks, just a reminder, we will not be doing a post-game show tonight. Just with the Wi-Fi being the way that it has been, and it's kicked us off 2, 3, 4 different times. I don't even want to chance it and end up doing a post-game show and then it kicks us off again. So at the conclusion of this ball game tonight, we're just going to say a few words and end the broadcast. So just so all of you know, that's what's going to happen right here. Is Delta starting to find their footing a little bit here in the last 3 or 4 points. Bad pass there, but luckily Baker is able to handle it. And then we're going to get a 2-hit call. Set up to Rich. And blocked by Olivia Morris. So my, oh my, have things became slightly more interesting now. It's at a 5-0 run, I believe. 5 or 6-0 run put together here by Delta to now make this a 21-14 lead. Again, over the weekend, if you all missed it during the pregame show, again, Wapahani played in the Crown Point Invitational on Saturday morning and throughout the afternoon and early part of the evening. But the Raiders took on Cathedral, took them to 3 sets. That tournament, obviously, when you get into those tournament situations, it's always usually best 2 out of 3. They took Cathedral to 3 sets and unfortunately lost. But then defeated Lake Central and Eliana Christian, then before losing to Brownsburg at the finale of action there on Saturday afternoon. But played some really top-tier competition, bigger schools, and I think that was definitely a good test to begin the season with. As that one was shanked off to the right side, and so as I said before, Delta completely fell apart. Well, now the roles have reversed, and Wapahani has now completely fell apart. And that one's going to be served out of bounds. So 22-15. Baker back to serve. See there by Robbins on to Morris, and that was hit just a touch out of bounds. I was wanting to get the Wapahani coaches back involved. I'm not sure if you want to do that either. They were darn good players back in the day. Bowden there to Baker on to Cook. Yes, another one falls in. And so match point has arrived, 24-15. Received there by Robbins, set to Murray, and that's blocked by Rich. And the Raiders win it in straight sets here tonight, 25-20, 25-18, 25-15 to now run the record to 3-2 on the regular season. So a good win here tonight. Obviously we've seen a lot of really good things here from the Lady Raiders. You're now 5 games into this season. And so very impressive, start. You get 3 wins under your belt, but still a lot of things to work on. Still early on in the season, like I said, so I wouldn't get too carried away with, they might not be playing as great as they should be. Maybe this, too many serving errors, whatever. You just got to work. Got to keep working every day, whether it be in games, practice, whatever. Just got to keep getting after it, keep trying to get better each and every single day and build off of each day and hopefully become better for it with these wins like this. It's obviously a step in the right direction. And look to get back at it. Like I said, next Tuesday night we'll be at home, first home game of the season, first conference game of the season, as Wapahani will take on Blue River with a JV start time of 6 o'clock and the varsity game to follow. So, again, we thank you all for tuning in here throughout the evening. Again, we'll see you all next week. And until then, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night from Delta.